Hello, Morongo Basin, and listeners around the world online at Z107.7fm.com. Here is the Z107.7 local news for Wednesday, August 21st, 2024. A hiker was rescued by helicopter near Morongo Valley this weekend after fleeing from a bear and getting stranded. On Sunday, just after noon, a hiker contacted emergency personnel after an extended hike went awry. The hiker told the San Bernardino County Sheriff's Department that on Saturday, they were hiking in the area of Mission Creek Preserve near Morongo Valley when they spotted a bear. The hiker told responders that they scared the bear away and ran, hiding through the rest of the night. When the sun came up on Sunday morning, the hiker attempted to return to the trailhead, but encountered signs of the bear again and changed their route, becoming lost. The hiker ran out of water and called emergency personnel. Responders included county sheriff's deputies, Morongo Basin Ambulance, and the Morongo Valley Fire Department. Because of their remote location, a helicopter was dispatched and the hiker was hoisted to safety. The hiker declined medical treatment and was returned to their car at the Mission Creek trailhead, at which point they drove home. The state's Department of Fish and Wildlife was notified about the bear. The Yucca Valley Town Council voted to advance a host of projects aimed at improving the town. Here is reporter Adeline J. Wells with that and more from last night's Town Council meeting.
Following an update from Assistant Fire Chief Bill Villarino, the Yucca Valley Town Council received the annual code compliance report. The town did see an uptick in short-term rental violations this year. Staff advised this is likely due to rentals being bought and sold, with new owners unaware of the town's permit process. Notably, there were only 2 recorded violations for street and sidewalk vending this year. The issue of unpermitted sidewalk vending has been addressed at several recent Planning Commission meetings. Deputy Town Manager Shane Stuckel explained that addressing sidewalk vending is a time-consuming but coordinated effort between code compliance, law enforcement, and health services. Public Works Director Alex Kishta then presented the Town Council with plans for 4 different improvement projects, starting with the bid proposal for the berm repair and replacement project. There are currently 25,000 linear feet of missing or damaged berms within the town limits. The project will address roughly half, prioritizing citizen requests and staff-reported crucial areas. The issue is important to many residents, as noted by Council Member Dennison.
We do get a lot of requests throughout the year, especially post-floods, about the concerns of berms and water flow down our streets and into our yards and homes. So this is something we've been working on for a while, and I'm excited to see this move forward.
Next, Kishta presented the bid for design services to improve the intersection at Yucca Mesa Road and Buena Vista Drive, which bears heavy truck and residential traffic. Town staff has recommended widening the intersection and upgrading the asphalt to concrete. The council then considered 2 resolutions to authorize bidding advertisements for replacing the basketball court and playground equipment at Macris Park and the roof of the California Welcome Center. The park's playground equipment has been in place for at least 25 years. Both of these projects will be funded in part by Measure Y funds. The council voted to move forward with all 4 projects. Town staff will open the bidding tomorrow, with awards to be determined in October. Mayor Robert Lombardo expressed interest in the potential allowance of additional housing units on Yucca Valley properties for the purpose of creating affordable or workforce housing. Council members Abel and Dennison affirmed that they had also been approached on the issue. The council moved to have town staff conduct research on arguments and methods to be presented as an informational item at a future meeting. Reporting for Z107.7, this is Adeline J. Wells.
Special occupancy parks was the focus of last night's meeting of the 29 Palms Planning Commission. Here with the recap is online news editor Robert Hayden.
Last night, the 29 Palms Planning Commission had a workshop on simplifying the development code for mobile home and special occupancy parks, namely RV parks and campgrounds. Community Development Director Keith Gardner presented some of the updates staff had made to the code. For mobile home parks, these can be in rural living zones where there can only be 8 spaces per acre, and the minimum lot size must be at least 10 acres. Each space must be a minimum of 4,000 square feet, and the parking requirements have been reduced to 1 space per unit and guest parking to 1 space for every 5 units. A mobile home park must also have a common laundry facility. For RV parks, they're being limited to commercial, tourist, and public zones. RV parks are not permitted in rural living zones. The minimum lot size has also increased to 10 acres, but the density of the lot has decreased to 5 spaces per acre, and there must be a 50-foot setback from all property lines. An RV park must also have trash enclosures and a sewage disposal system. A campground must follow the same requirements as an RV park, save for the sewage disposal. Camping and RVs are not permitted outside of these types of facilities. Keith Gardner noted that there are currently no applications submitted for any of these three types of projects. You can see this story at Z107.7fm.com for a longer version of this story, including public feedback and comment. Reporting for Z107.7 News, I'm Robert Hayden.
The Morongo Valley Community Services District Board of Directors will be holding their regular meeting tonight in Covington Park's multipurpose room. Reporter Gabriel Hart has a look at the meeting's agenda.
For the meeting's agenda, action items include recommending that the board discuss, review, and approve Smith, Marion & Co.'s audit engagement letter. In an effort to reduce the use of paper checks, the board will explore the prospects of utilizing QuickBooks Bill Pay. After recently approving the use of a collection agency for non-residents, the board will discuss revising current collection procedures and revenue tracking. The board will discuss an instructional services agreement between the Morongo Valley Fire Department and Copper Mountain College, allowing full financial support to new employees aiming to complete their firefighter certificate. Repairs are needed for the fire station's bay door and wall after an accidental backup from a fire vehicle, and the board will discuss purchasing materials to fix. In honor of former Morongo Valley Fire Chief James Brakebill, the board will discuss a resolution in appreciation of his exemplary service, as well as planning an official retirement ceremony where he will receive an official retirement badge. Reporting for Z107.7, this is Gabriel Hart.
Directors at Yucca Valley's High Desert Water District meet in regular session at 4 o'clock today. Down the road in Joshua Tree, the Joshua Basin Water District meets at 5:30 p.m. Here's reporter Mike Lipsitz with your Wednesday Water Roundup.
Directors at the High Desert Water District will hold public hearings in connection with increased water and sewer service charges. If approved, as expected, some of the increases will be seen in coming property tax bills. Today's meeting takes place at the district office on the highway at Inca Trail. Moving east toward Joshua Tree, the Joshua Basin Water District directors are expected to write off just over $100,000 in bad debt from fiscal 2023-24. That figure is well in excess of roughly $20,000 in bad debt write-offs normally seen. The agency will also consider use of a collection agency in recovering future bad debt. The meeting takes place at the district office on Chohita Road in Joshua Tree. See this story at Z107.7fm.com for links to both agendas, which include instructions for remote attendance. Reporting for Z107.7 News, this is Mike Lipsitz.
Theater 29's new season begins September, and they've announced their first show, a wicked little cabaret show that begins on September 6th. Arts and entertainment reporter Charlie Thomas checks with the Mirror Mirror on the Wall about musical mischief.
Theater 29 is thrilled to unveil its first production of the 2024-25 season, Musical Mischief, a captivating cabaret that puts the spotlight on the most notorious villains and misunderstood characters in musical theater. This highly anticipated event will run September 6th through 8th, offering audiences an evening of thrilling performances, dark humor, and unforgettable songs. Musical Mischief brings together a talented ensemble of local award-winning performers who will breathe life into some of the most iconic bad guys and complex characters from Broadway and beyond. Featuring the talents of Annalisa Pilecki, Jasmine Schaefer, Scott Klingscales, Ian Ferris, Imelda Patou, Eliana Hicks, Jared Palmer, Tiffany Crocker, and Carly Zwicker, this cast is set to deliver performances that will be both chilling and thrilling, making Musical Mischief an unforgettable experience. Tickets for Musical Mischief are now available and can be purchased online at theater29.org, starting at $15. Reporting for Z107.7, this is Arts and Entertainment reporter Charlie Thomas.
And finally, the Morongo Basin Sheriff's Station has announced the date of their annual National Night Out. Set this year for October 10th at the Yucca Valley Walmart, the National Night Out is a nationwide community building campaign that promotes police-community partnerships. The San Bernardino County Sheriff's Morongo Basin Station and other first responders from the high desert participate each year in the campaign locally. They announced the date for this year's event yesterday and are inviting community groups and local vendors to participate. If you want to get involved with October 10th's event, call 760-366-4175 or look for links in this story at Z107.7fm.com. That's our local news. Hear local news 7 times a day, 7 days a week at 7, 8, 9, noon, 4, 5, and 6. If you hear about news happening, let us know. Email us at tips@z1077fm.com. Reporting for the Morongo Basin News Leader, the award-winning Z107.7 Local News, I'm Jeff Harmetz.